Made it mature.
Roughing the player, roughing the window, roughing the cabbage, roughing the water.
Oh, come on!
PlayStation.
What's up, teams? Your commissioner here with the Week 6 recap. All right, I'm joined with my co-star. Come here, mamas. Oh yeah, Zoe. Yay! All right, say hi to the teams. Okay. All right, out you go. All right. So, week 6, actually, interesting week. We, for the second week in a row, we have a tie for points leader, like we did last week. So, that's pretty rare in itself. This week, we're back to our high-scoring ways, like we did in week 4. When we had 9 of 12 people score over 100 points. This week we had 8 of 12 score over 100 points, whereas last week we had none that got past the century mark. So we're back to our scoring ways, which is cool to see. And like to officially welcome back Sandra. Looks like she's taking over the helm and has helped Fear Me get some wins. So welcome back, Sandra. All right, well, we'll get right to it, and we'll cue up that primetime music. There we go. All right, so this week's points leaders, as I mentioned, there's a tie, and it's between Pretzels Expand in Your Stomach and Team 904 Net. Both had 128 points on the week. Pretzels is right now at 5-1, is on a 5-game matchup win streak, so he hasn't lost since week 1 when he got destroyed, but he has come back strong with 5 straight wins. Had good contributions from Melvin Gordon, who had 34 points, and Big Ben, who had 23 points. Our other winner, of course, is Team 904 Net. He's sitting at 4-2 on the season. This week he had good contributions from Tyreek Hill with 36 points, Patrick Mahomes with 30 points, and Sony Michel with 24 points. So both of you guys win, having a good season for the both of you. So congrats to the both of you. That earns you $5 each. To you. All right, other winners this week. Me, Dakanizer 2.0 with 116 points. Also with 116 points, Camel Toe Killer. And then once again, the reemergence of Sandra with Fear Sandra with 106 points. And Team Jolly Bee with 103 points. Also having a good season, sitting at 5-1. All right, scoring leaders this week. At number 1 is a tie with Todd Gurley with 36 points from Team Camel Toe Killer, and Tyreek Hill also with 36 points from Team 904 Net. Sitting at number 2 is Melvin Gordon with 34 points from Team Pretzels Expand in Your Stomach. And then at number 3, also a tie, Jameis Winston with 32 points from Team Dropping Deuces, which is his backup quarterback, so that's a pretty good contribution for a backup quarterback. And then also with 32 points, Saquon Barkley with 32 points from Team Dr. Phil. So that brings us to this week's Come On Man, Not So Top 3.
Entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, at number 3, calling out Dr. Phil. Tough loss. You lost by 2, but I'm calling you out because there were definitely missed opportunities. We could play this in a couple of different ways, but let's go with this. So if you were to switch out your quarterbacks, you started Brady, but had you started Dak Prescott, who got you 30 points versus Brady, who got you 23 points, that is a 7-point difference. Would have got you to win. Or had you started tight end Austin Hooper versus Greg Olsen, Hooper had 14, Olsen only had 4. That is a 10-point difference. Would have got you the win. Or had you started running back Duke Johnson over Beast Mode, Duke Johnson had 10 points, and Beast Mode had 5. That is a 5-point difference. Any one of those starts over the other would have got you the win. But in short, you left a total of 66 points on your bench, and you definitely could have won this matchup, but you didn't. And because of that, you get a come on, man. All right, at number 2, calling out our defending champ. Never see it coming. You're having a tough start to your defending championship season. Doesn't look like a three-peat's going to be in the storybooks, but hey, there's still half a season to go. But you're sitting at 1-5, and let's see, you could have won this week as well if you had started these folks, and it had to be a combination of all of them. So, had you started Mitchell Trubisky over Phillip Rivers, that would have been a 13-point difference. Had you started Chris Godwin over Sammy Watkins, that would have been an 11-point difference. And in the flex, had you started Nelson Aguilar over Kyle Rudolph, that's a 6 points difference. Let's see, you needed 28 points to get the win this week. Those combination of starts over our bench players over your starters would have been a point differential of 30 points. Hence, you would have got the W. So I know it's tough to call these out, but, hey, I'm just calling out the numbers as I see them. And had you played those 3 players over the others, you would have got a win. But nonetheless, you're sitting at 1-5. Definitely a contender for the pink plate. And because of that, maybe with this come on, man, you can change your fortunes. But anyways, come on, man. All right, and at number 1, not a surprise, Mr. 0-6, the Bone Cracker. Man, really tough season for you. You have yet to get a win, and it hasn't really looked good for you. There's maybe been 2 matchups that were maybe close where you could have won, but let's see. On the season, you have scored 507 points, and people have scored against you 657 points. So let's see. Week 1, you were destroyed. You got beat by 52 points. Week 2, 24 points. Week 3, a little close. Maybe you could have won. 8-point difference. Week 4, 14-point difference. Your closest matchup was actually against me in Week 5, where you lost by 1 point. And then this week, you got destroyed once again by 51 points. So those point differentials total 150 points on the season difference in your scoring versus getting points scored against. So that almost certainly would get you a 0-6 record. But hey, if you had to look on the bright side, you at least have a favorable matchup against 1-5, never see it coming. I actually think you could win this game. We'll see what happens, whether you win or not. 0-7 is really hard to come back from. 0-6, if you win, you could maybe turn your season around to not get the pink plate. Probably won't get you the Vader championship, but hey, maybe you can steer away from the pink plate. But anyways, right now you are the front runner for the pink plate, and because you are 0-6, you get the biggest. Come on, man. All right, this week I do have an honorable mention. It's this Titan fan. Can't explain it. You'd have to see it. And here, let me pull up the footage for you. Here you go.
Day. What are we doing for this one Titan fan? Hey, I'm on TV. What's up? I got my flag. Here we go. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, my bad. There we go. Hold on. There. Yeah. No. Oh, wait. What? Yeah. Oh, man.
Somebody help him.
I am drunker than hell. It's still... Yeah, man.
Tighten it up.
So there you have it. That Titan fan was having a rough day in front of the camera. Couldn't get his flag straight. Pretty funny stuff, but anyways. All right. Week 7 matchups that we're going to highlight. We're going to highlight our 5-1 record teams. That'd be Pretzels Expanding Your Stomach against Jollibee. That should be a good one. And then also highlighting my matchup against Camel Toe Killer. Both of us are 4-2. So, now that we've identified the matchups, that brings us to Zoe Picks! Yay! Okay, this is Zoe's picks for week 7. On the left, we have Pretzels Expanding Your Stomach against Jollibee. Both teams are 5-1. Let's see who Zoe chooses. Jollibee. All right. Okay, our second matchup is me, Dakanizer 2.0, against Camel Toe Killer. Both of us are 4-2. Let's see who she picks. Pick Daddy! Yay! All right, there you have it. There are Zoe's picks. All right, so that brings us to week 7 now. Good luck with your matchups. And we will see you at the end of this week. Until then, your commissioner, I am out. Deuces.